Now let's head over to the United States and the US Justice Department because they plan to publish a redacted version of the document that persuaded a judge to approve a warrant to search Donald Trump's home in Florida earlier on this month. The FBI search of the Mar-a-Lago estate was part of a criminal investigation into whether Mr. Trump removed classified documents when he left the White House. He has denied any wrongdoing. Our North America correspondent Anthony Zurcher gave us the latest from the court in Florida.
Judge Bruce Reinhardt, who works in the federal courthouse just behind me, has given the U.S. Justice Department until noon on Friday to release a redacted version of the affidavit the Justice Department presented to the judge as part of its request for a search warrant of Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate about 2.5 weeks ago. Now, the judge released a 2-page memo saying that he agreed with the proposed redactions from the Justice Department. He said it protected the identity of potential witnesses and sources and shielded the scope and strategy behind the federal investigation. That investigation is into the handling of classified material in the chaotic final days of Donald Trump's presidency and the removal of that material from the White House in boxes to Mar-a-Lago, where it was stored over the past year and a half. This isn't the only legal proceedings around this search. There is another request by Donald Trump's lawyers to appoint a special master to review all of these documents and then determine which ones the Justice Department can keep and which ones should go back to Donald Trump. The judge has issued a deadline of Friday in that request for Donald Trump's lawyers to more carefully refine it to present what exactly they want from their request. So there are a lot of moving parts in this investigation right now, but the bigger picture is all of this is unprecedented. There has never been a federal search of the home of a former president, particularly a former president who still may harbor presidential ambitions, as Donald Trump does.
Well, earlier we spoke to our North America correspondent Peter Bowes, and here is his explanation on why the FBI pushed for the search.
Well, it might not provide anything immediately because, as Anthony just explained, the judge essentially agreed with the Department of Justice all the redactions that they want to preserve the integrity of their investigation. So yes, this is a document with a lot of detail about this investigation, the detail that the judge initially needed to allow that search and the search warrant to be issued. But we won't be hearing about other witnesses, for example. We won't be hearing detail about the strategy, the direction, the scope of the investigation, the sources that are being used and the methods that are being used by investigators. And it does raise the question, what else is there to know that can't be under those terms redacted? And that is what we hope to find out later on today. I should say that we've had some reaction from Donald Trump's team. A spokesperson has characterized it like this, as a cynical move to have these redactions, as far as the Trump side are concerned, hiding potential government corruption. They believe that this is a witch hunt, a term, of course, that Donald Trump has used many times in the past, but they believe that this search was unfounded.
Okay, but we understand that this was pushed for by a number of different media organizations. So in that sort of, within that context, does this sort of push the dial further on this whole issue and this whole case or not?
Well, if we get if we get substantial detail that we haven't heard already, that isn't already in the public domain, yes, it will. And it is absolutely true that clearly this is an extremely high-profile case. There is a yearning for more information from both the media and interested parties. And again, it's interesting that Donald Trump's side, the former president, wanted this entire document, this affidavit, to be released unredacted. So as far as he is concerned, there is no information at this stage that should be kept under wraps. That is not what is going to happen. A lot of information will be kept back because the Department of Justice, and this judge agrees, believes that it will compromise the investigation.